Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Jonathan, and today I'm bringing you a video about the things that you should know before you go to BMT. The reason you want to know these things is because if you don't go knowing what I'm about to tell you, you are going to spend so much time studying the Airman's Creed, the Air Force song, the rank structure. You're going to be studying so many things at the same time, instead of putting that energy into learning how to make your bed properly, learning how to make your wall locker properly, right? Learning how to just do your detail properly. There's so many things at BMT as soon as you get there that hit you like a ton of bricks. And I made the mistake of not studying majority of these things before I went. I brushed up on a lot of them, but the only two things that I knew for sure before I went was the Airman's Creed and the Air Force song. And that definitely helped me a lot. And so in a way I regretted not knowing the rest. Now, regardless of if you go knowing or not, you're going to have to know at some point by the time you graduate, because it's testable material that will be on the end of course test, possibly. It just depends on what test you take, blah, 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 blah. But majority of the stuff at BMT is extremely straightforward and most likely will be on the test because they're teaching it to you for a reason. So definitely pay attention close in this video. If you haven't started studying, or you leave tomorrow or the next day or something like that, whenever you're watching this, definitely pay attention to this video and try your best to learn what I'm about to say. So starting off, the first thing that you're going to want to know is your reporting statement. And it is so funny, let me just say, it is so funny to watch people mess this up when you get there. It's 0 week, you're not going to be abruptly laughing and stuff, but you will not make fun of people in a hazing way, okay? But you will definitely make fun of people in your flight for messing it up in a joking manner, and it makes everything better. So don't be the guy that gets made fun of by the rest of your flight. You want to start with, regardless, you know, if you have a female MTI or a male MTI, with sir or ma'am, Trainee Sullivan reports as ordered. Don't do any of the sir sandwich stuff, and I know you've probably seen videos like this before, but don't be like, sir, yes sir, or sir, Trainee Sullivan reports as ordered, sir, or any of that stuff. Make sure you say ordered at the end. We had somebody in our flight who would consistently mess this up until the last week of training, and I don't know why. It's so straightforward. Sir, Trainee Sullivan reports as ordered. And when you're going to say this is when he or she says anything that isn't a question, that can be answered by yes or no. So if an MTI comes up to me and is like, hey trainee, did you like dinner? Whatever. It doesn't matter what they ask. They're not going to ask you that. But if they ask you that, then you just say yes sir or no sir. It doesn't matter. You have to stand at attention. And this gets a little bit more lenient as the time goes on at BMT. But just make sure that you say sir or ma'am after everything that you say. Except the reporting statement, obviously not a sir sandwich. But you're going to want to use your reporting statement when they say something like, what are you doing? Like, what is wrong with you right now? Then that's when you're going to be like, you know what I mean? Then you're going to have to say your reporting statement. And you're going to have to ask for permission to adjust. If they ask you to fix a button on your blouse, or they ask you to fix your laces on your shoes, you can't just be like, yes sir, and then move. You have to be permission to adjust. Yes, and they'll tell you yes. Oh, they'll be like, move! So, yeah, that's that. So the next thing you want to know is military time. Now, I suck at this because I don't care about it. It's not like I walk around the streets every day and I'm like, oh, we're going to go at 0200, which is 2 in the morning. Like, people still say it in operational, but personally, I don't, because I think it's just kind of corny. Like, it's not a necessity. It might be for some people's job, but I don't need to be sitting at my desk fixing servers like, oh, let's go to lunch at 1300. Like, no, just say 1 o'clock. When you get to BMT, the reason you have to know military time is because they speak in military time, so then when you have your watch, you can replicate it, or you can get a watch that has military time on it. So just kind of know going in. It's really not that hard. Just Google it. I'm not going to explain it to you because I don't care about it. So the next thing you're going to want to know is rank structure. So you have the enlisted rank structure and the officer rank structure. So the enlisted is like airman, basic, airman, A1C, senior airman, staff sergeant, technical sergeant, master sergeant, senior master sergeant, chief master sergeant. You're going to want to know command chief master sergeant of the Air Force, and then first sergeant, And then you're just going to want to know all of those. Memorize like the chevrons that are in it, the diamond that's in first sergeant, and the chevron, like just know everything about the rank structure, because they will definitely quiz you on it. And the same thing with officers. You have like second lieutenant, first lieutenant, captain, major, lieutenant, colonel. And then how you remember generals, because there's 4 types of them, is be my loving girlfriend. So you have brigadier general, major general, lieutenant general, and then general, which is like a general, right? So that is what you need to know for that. So then you're going to need to know, like I said before, the Airman's Creed and the Air Force song. It's definitely awkward when you start singing the Air Force song at first, because you do it every morning. But it definitely kind of gets better. Like, we still do it at promotion ceremonies and certain events and stuff like that. So it's just like a traditional thing. So just make sure you know it when you go. Both of these things are pretty short. The Airman's Creed, like, you say these things every single day, so it's not that big of a deal if you don't know it when you get there, because other people won't. And it's like, it's pretty much posted everywhere. Like, you're gonna see it so many times, say it so many times, and read it so many times. It's gonna be engraved into your head by the time you graduate, and it's a huge part of graduation, so you're definitely gonna know it at some point regardless. But it definitely will help if you go. But I mean, if nobody knows the Air Force song and you go and you're the only one that knows the Air Force song, you better start singing the loudest. So that's all I have to say about that. The last thing you're gonna want to know is just a little bit about Air Force history. This one's not super mandatory, but it does help out when you take your end of course test, because all of the things that are in the BMTSG are on that test. And there's a little bit of Air Force history in there, stuff like when the Air Force was established, people who did great things for the Air Force and stuff like that. So you don't have to do this because you're gonna have tons of time to study, but it definitely will help out a little bit. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and leave your ship dates down below so I can connect with you and all of you can connect with other people who are leaving at the same time. And thank you so much for watching. Peace out.